Good morning, everyone. So today is yeah, this is a little this prompt from Allison is a little different. This is something that I do with clients. Um, when we do some guided meditation, we do some future self work, just being able to tune in and tap into your own divine. We do this in our inner goddess circle, in our live sessions. I did this actually in our last retreat, and so doing your future self. So doing your future self is good, and it's an amazing it's an amazing practice, and it's an amazing way of being able to really tap in and tune into who is it that you want to be able to become, and what is it that you want to be able to become. How do you want this to look? What is it that you actually are wanting to call in? And so doing it is all good. So no issues with the doing it. The issue that I'm having right now, and the anxiety that is building, and that I need to just kind of take a step back, and done a lot of breathing before coming on, is doing it live. So making it public, putting it out there for all the world to see, really creates some anxiety for me. So thank you, Allison. Thanks. So no, this is, and the thing that's kind of interesting is that this is something that I put out for clients to be able to see, right? For them to be able to see that their future does look different. So so Allison's prompt is to actually go way out into the future. So not just 5 years from now, not just 10 years from now. It is for me, it's like almost 50 years from now. So she said, when my future self is 99. So when I am 99, so I'm going to go through some of the prompts. So if you are inclined to do this, then follow some of the prompts. I'll actually give you her full prompt, so that way there, it'll give you that opportunity to be able to, and I challenge you to go in 50 years. What is it going to be like for you in 50 years? So first prompt is, what is she wearing? So I'm 99, so I'm obviously wearing clothes that are comfortable. By the time that I've reached 99, I definitely have found clothing that feels comfortable, but that is still stylish, because I certainly don't want to be just wearing something that I was wearing when I was 30 at the age of 99, unless of course it comes back in style, which by the time that I'm 99, it may be. So who knows? So that is, so I'm wearing something comfortable and something, but something still stylish. And and then so the second prompt that she has is, what energy do you feel coming from her presence? So the energy that I'm feeling is very comfortable, very okay with who I am, very good in my own skin. This anxiety that I'm feeling in this live from Allison's prompt is not there. But just feeling very okay with who I am, and having figured out who I am by the age of 99. I'm hoping that I have a really clear idea of who it is that I want to be when I'm 99. So, but one of the things that I do believe is that we are always learning, and that we're always growing. So even at the age of 99, there's still going to be that curiosity of, what more? What more can I learn about me? And so that is the energy that that I will actually be feeling at that point. And yeah, so if I were to, so then the next prompt is, So if I were to, so the question is, if you were to visit and get advice and wisdom from her, because after all, she has lived your entire life, all the joys, all the pain, and the successes and the challenges. So that is, so this is the second part of the prompt is, what does she say about you doing this challenge? So what would she be saying to me about having done this challenge is, way to go, you did it. So I am at day 9, and so tomorrow is day 10, which is our final day. And so I have completed the challenge. I have completed the cat challenge. Way to go. Awesome. Good for you. And that was, and doing this challenge of being prompted to what to say, what to do, over the last 9 days has been challenging, has definitely brought up my anxiety, but has allowed me to be able to continue on with moving forward. So even when I was sick on Saturday and still very nasally congested, but Saturday was like horizontal, not able to get up and not able to move. And so I was able to, I did both on Sunday. And so one of the comments in the group was, well, you don't have to do all of them, and you can skip a day, or you can, and it was like, no, I really need to, because if I skip, then I'm going to give myself an excuse, and then it's just not going to happen. So it was like, no. So I did the 2 in the one day, the 2 parts to the challenge in the one day, because I needed to. And so what she would be saying to me is, way to go, way to be committed, and keep following through on what it is that you want to be able to do. So the next question is, what does she say about your struggles? So what would she be saying about my struggles? My struggles have taken me to where it is that I have learned, and this is something that I honestly, truly believe, is that every struggle that I have faced has allowed me to be able to be stronger, has allowed me to be able to learn, and has allowed me to be able to teach others. And so while I'm doing this challenge, it is, so if people are back on the replay in a year from now or whatever, is that during the same time frame, I am also, this is also mental illness awareness week in Canada. And so I have decided that I've actually been sharing my story. I've been sharing my story about mental illness. And so which is very nerve-wracking. And so it is, what are people going to think? What are people going to say? Am I going to lose credibility as to what it is that I am able to offer people? And really that fear of being seen along with challenge is definitely where I'm at. And so what my future self at 99 would be saying is, what she's saying about my struggles is that I have been able to overcome my struggles. I have been able to learn. I have sometimes had to detour and have had to do the challenges a couple of times because they've been faced back in my path, so that I can learn a new lesson, or so that I can improve the lessons that I have learned, or and that I've also been able to help many along my path. And so I know that even right now where I am, I have helped a lot of people on by my experiences, by my knowledge, by sharing the experiences that I've had. And so although I would be doing it in a smaller group, hey Mimi, I would be doing it in a smaller group and doing it one-to-one. It would be, so kind of putting it out there publicly over this last week has been definitely one of the struggles. And so she would be definitely saying kudos to that. So what does she say about my business and my work, and what advice does she give? So what is she saying about my business is at that point, I am sure that I will still be doing something. I really find it hard to believe that I would just be kicking back and relaxing and not doing anything, because that's not who I am. I am very much, I love to be able to help. I love being able to do. I love being able to have things and be things. And so I would still be doing, so I would still be working in some capacity, whether it be volunteer work or work, I would definitely still be doing something, and I would still be continuing, maybe not at the pace that I'm at, but that I would be definitely still going. And so her advice would be that I need to keep going, because that is definitely who I am. I need to keep sharing. I need to keep putting that education out there, and being able to share my wisdom, being able to be around my grandchildren, because I see future grandchildren in my life, although my children at this point say that I'm not having grandchildren. So, but I will be there with my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren, and being able to share my wisdom with them, and being able to share my experiences, and being able to share all the knowledge and all the things that I've been able to. And so what she would be saying is that I will have been giving of myself. As I do give of myself. And so that is something that I'm very thankful for. Even though sometimes when I give of myself, I sometimes end up with a broken heart. But and that is based on my own expectations, and I need to learn to be able to set my expectations at a different level. So she would be giving me that advice. Do what it is that you need to do for you. And one of the messages that I've heard a lot from Allison this week is, do your business for you. Do what it is that you love to do. Do what it is that you think that you should be doing, and be you. And just be. And so although I've heard this many, many times, and I tell people this all the time, of just be yourself, be who you are, be natural, be in the moment, just be, is that message has come back very loudly this week. And so it's remembering to be me, and remembering to, I am somebody who definitely wears my heart on my sleeve. And so when I'm upset, you know that I'm upset. When I'm happy, you know that I'm happy. When I'm sad, you know that I'm sad. So even though I was struggling through a very severe bout of depression several years ago, there were some people who were able to tell that I wasn't okay, and that I wasn't doing okay, and would constantly be checking in, even though that wasn't their role and it wasn't their job, and they were still checking in and making sure that I was good. And so Carrie, if you're ever watching this, like, you are somebody who definitely picked up on those vibes. And although you always checked in. You always checked in to see how things were going. And so if ever you're watching this, I know that you'll know who you are when you hear it. And so definitely appreciate that. And I didn't want to do that. So, but yeah, so that's definitely where things are. And so moving along to the next prompt. Yeah, so I'm going to move on to the next prompt. So the next prompt is, what does she say about your thinking too seriously about? These tears. Too funny. Too funny, Allison. Like, great timing. So what is she saying is that I'm thinking too seriously about is worrying about what other people think. And it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what other people think. I know who I am, and I know who it is that I want to be, and just be who it is that I need to be and want to be, and not worry about who likes my page, who signs off my email list, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If they are not in line with me, then they're not going to want to participate in the things that I offer. They're not going to want to be part of my world, and that's okay, because they're not who's supposed to be in my world. And I believe that, but then that that little person in me goes like, oh my God, really? Oh no, I thought things were good, or I thought that they would be a really nice fit. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who it is. And so just allowing that to be able to be, and not taking those too serious, and those who want to be in my life are going to be in my life, and whoever doesn't want to be in my life isn't. And that goes for my business as well, is whoever wants to be able to participate in what I offer is going to join in and is going to participate and is going to be wanting, and they're going to learn a lot of different things from me. And if they're not, then that's not my issue, and I need to remember that. And so that is what she would be saying to me. And so, so the next prompt that Allison has is, does my 99-year-old self want me to pay more attention to? Oh, that one's difficult. Actually, no, it's not difficult. It's not difficult at all. It is what it is, that I know what it is. And so what she's saying is that she wants me to pay more attention to nurturing myself. She wants me to pay more attention to making sure that I am okay and taking the time that I need, like I did this week. This week is entirely blocked off for me to be able to do some programming. So there's no specific client, no one-to-one client time this week that is available for next week. But being able to block off that time to say, no, this is what I need to be doing for me, and I need to be doing more stuff for me, and being able to schedule things in for me, which is something that I've been doing, is that I actually put things in my calendar that is for me. So even though it is routine, it is something that I'm doing, it is something that if it's in my calendar, then it is something that I need to honor for myself. And so that is, so that's something that I need to be paying more attention to. I need to be paying more attention to what is it that I need, and allowing myself to be able to do it, and to participate in it, and to have that part of it. And when an emotion comes up, allow that emotion to come up, and not worry about what other people think. Because if I'm working with other people, I always tell them that it's okay for them to feel whatever emotion that it is that comes up. And that if they're angry, it's okay to be angry. If they're sad, it's okay to be sad. It's about what we do with that is not okay, right? So if we are angry about something, and we are raging and tearing things apart and breaking things, hurting people, then that's an entirely different story. But if you're angry, you're allowed to be angry. And when those emotions come up, and if you feel like crying, then cry, and not worry about whether or not somebody's watching, as I wiped away my tears earlier, right? So just being able to pay more attention to that. So her last prompt is, what words of loving encouragement or wisdom does she have for you? So my 99-year-old self is saying to me, just keep going. Keep going. You are on the right path. You know what it is that you want. You know where it is that you're going, and you will get there. And you just need to trust in yourself, to trust that gut, trust that intuition, to trust that part of you that you always encourage your clients to trust. You always encourage your family to trust. You always encourage your friends to trust. Just trust that intuition. You know what it is that you want. You know what it is that you need. And so that is what she would be saying in terms of words of encouragement. And so I challenge you to follow these prompts that Allison has put out, not necessarily go live. If you do, tag me, because I would love to be able to watch you go live. So if you do take the challenge in terms of going live, then do that. But this has definitely been a challenge. This has definitely been the most the biggest stretch that Allison has definitely prompted us to do. And but I want to thank you, Allison, for putting us out there. And us, I mean those of us who've actually been in the challenge. I have appreciated watching and hearing the views and the self-reflections that the others in the group have actually had. The others have actually put forward, and so yeah, and so that has been good, and that has been really helpful, and the connections that we have made with each other during this short period of time. Like, it's only been 10 days that we have actually had this connection together, and I personally feel closer to some of the women that are in this challenge. And there may be some men, but if there are, I haven't seen any of the men that have posted. So so kudos to you if that is what it is. But I know that I have connected with some other women, and so that has been really helpful. And being able to hear their insights has been helpful. And so some of them have friended me, I have friended some of them, which has allowed me to be able to see some of their posts that have actually come up, so that I can actually catch them live or catch the replays. And not necessarily because it's been difficult trying to find them in the challenge. So I know that in the challenge, in the group, I actually post my videos so that it actually goes to the group, and so that I find that easier. And there's a couple of other people that do that, and those people, I definitely watch their videos because it's very helpful to be able to find them. And so that is today's challenge. And so thank you, Allison, for that. As difficult as some of those parts have been, I appreciate the challenge, and I will talk soon. Bye for now. Maybe not. Maybe I'm not leaving anywhere. Maybe I'm not going anywhere. It's not changing.